And gentlemen, I wanted to run through, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what's called a receiver antenna tuner preamplifier, manufactured under the name of Mfj, and the model number is MFJ959C. It's pretty straightforward in its function. Antenna tuner, okay, tunes the antenna, and it is also an amplifier. And trust me, it makes a big difference. It's well worth $100. So anyway, this is my rig here. It's a Icom R70, and okay, I got it currently on dim. Let's keep it on low there so we can make it out. Preamplifier is off. Okay, there's a preamp on the radio, but let's start it in the off position. So with all the dials here on top, midway, you start first with making sure that your tuner amp is on, okay? Attenuator off, very important, because you want to peak the signal. Now, I'm going to start off and go with the inductor to A. Now, keep an eye on the needle. There's A, B, C, D, E. Okay, there it starts to climb the needle. F, it's another 5 decibels. G, H, it dropped. So we want to stay on G. Next step, antenna. Again, make the needle peak while turning the antenna knob. Okay, that's dropping. Okay, right there. Now the antenna is peaked. The receiver, same thing with the, turn the receiver dial until you can peak the needle. And that's it right there. So I've already made 3 adjustments, starting with the attenuator. It's on G. The next one was the antenna, and then the receiver. And now the gain. Okay, this is aeronautical frequency.
Just wanted to do a radio check. It appears our CPLC has dropped offline. Are you showing a link right now? This is 10 miles, you can ADC, call you back.
Now, as you go from different frequencies, you'll have to retune this in the steps that I just went through with you. And for those bands, you have to peak the signal. And you could tell, obviously, if you have a signal strength indicator, whatever radio you have to peak it. Some are, like the LCD displays, they could, they go from 1 to 10 or 1 to 8 or whatever. You want to get the highest number in that case. This is analog. It's pretty much by eyeball. And I even had to turn the gain down. Okay, and I still have my preamp on my radio in the off position. And as you can see, this box here amplifies the signal very nicely, and it tunes the antenna to the radio. So if you have, I'm using a slinky antenna outside. It's about 15 feet long. I don't go into science about it. I'm sure there's a very proper way to do it. And I went about 4 feet from one end, and I tapped in with 16 gauge wire coated that runs to the back of this, and then from there you go into the radio. So anyway, that's basically it. I just wanted to show you more or less how to operate this. Remember, you start off midway with all the dials up here. Make sure your preamp is on, attenuator off. Of course, make sure your power's on. You start off with inductor, start at point A.
FedEx 77, negative CPDLC, position duet at 0010, altitude 320, estimating Davy at 0103, next is Yellow, temperature minus 44, speed decimal 82 Mach, fuel 100.3. 77, Colorado, Roger.
Okay, I'm going to turn. So, in other words, make sure, one more time, and that's it. Start the inductor on A with these dials midway, preamp on, attenuator off, make sure your power's on. It's defaulted on, antenna 1 and receiver 1. Start by turning through the designated letters up here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, until, and then you might have to roll back once you see the needle starting to drop. Once you go clockwise too much, you have to go back a couple of clicks to the different letter to peak the needle. Then you go to the receiver, the antenna, and peak the needle as far as it'll go upward. And once you got that, you do the receiver, same thing, get the needle to peak up all the way, and then you control the gain, obviously, here. So anyway, that's it, folks. I hope this helped you out a little bit, or if you're curious about getting one of those antenna tuners by MFJ, they're really great. I strongly recommend them. Take care, good luck, and happy listening. Bye.